Hello guys, today we are going to rate Redditor's faces. We're going to analyze this 3 faces I found on Reddit. If you want me to analyze your face, just go to the description down below and send your photos on my email. The guy number 1, he's 44 years old, Asian's ethnicity. The first thing I see is that he has a very unbalanced facial thirds. His mid-face is noticeably larger than his forehead. It's almost twice as big. We also can see that his eyebrows lack thickness and they are set to high from the eyes. Also, he has no eyelashes, but positive canthal tilter. To add something good about him, I like his hairline. Even though he's in his mid-40s, he still has a good hairline. Nose has a relatively good shape for an Asian. And you can also see that he has a very broad and masculine chin. If we go for something I don't really like about him, it's probably going to be his lips. They are too thin, all right? The upper lip is okay, but the lower lip could be much bigger. I can see it's even smaller than the upper one. The jaw is okay. He looks a bit to the side, so I don't see whether it's wider than his zygomatic bones. But I think the jaw width, around 95 to 85% of zygomatic width, is in a perfect range. And he perfectly fits that range. Okay, let's move to the last point. His skin. But his skin actually looks pretty bad. I see some pimples between his eyebrows on his cheeks. I think it looks very unhealthy. And also his hair, I think the density is all right. But we want more volume for sure. Okay, we went through all the bad and good things about his face. Let's move on to the final rating. Considering his flaws, he won't go higher than 5.5 out of 10. The fact that he's Asian and has a very approachable face because of its length and less aggressive features. Let's move on to the ratings I give him. So first of all, if he was young in the age, let's say 18 to 29, he would have been a 5.2 out of 10. So it's a little bit about average. Asians are very popular to now, especially those who come from Korea, Japan, China. He looked like he's from East Asia, so it would be a huge benefit for him. So if he would have been in his early to mid 30s, he would have been at around 4.5 to 4. So I gave him 4.2. As for now, his age is really downgrading him because I don't want to set guys who are teenagers and average looking and old average looking guys on the same level. So I just gave him a 3.2 out of 10 because for teenage girls and girls in their 20s, he would have been very unattractive because his signs of aging are unfortunately pretty bad, even though he looks very good for 44 years old man. So that's his final rating, 3.2 out of 10. Pretty much the top 10% of below average looking face. It's like 1 and 2 face, but his age downgrades very much. Okay, let's move on to our second participant. Quick reminder, if you want me to analyze your face completely for free, just send your photos on my email, which I attached in the description. Your face will be used in my next video if you give me a permission. If not, I'll just rate your face for free. Okay, our second guy. I'll just give my first thoughts right away. He is in his early 30s, though I'll put him in a more younger range because he still looks viable. Like, he definitely still gives off that youthful vibe. Next up, I want to note is his hair, good texture, good density, volume, modern hairstyle, then his eyebrows, perfect thickness, good tilt. Then we have eyes. He has a white sclera. It's the white thing around the pupils for those who don't know. Once you lack sleep, you get those red veins all over your sclera. Or, if your health is bad, your sclera starts to yellow. Don't know why, but people of color have this problem. They often have yellow sclera. Note how I am writing down all the bad and good things, so people whose faces have been rated can see what they should improve and what features they should be proud of. Okay, next is his canthal tilts. It kind of seemed neutral, but it's actually positive, probably like 3-4 degrees, not ideal, but it's quite of a big benefit for him. Next up, we have minuses. His chin looks a tiny bit too narrow. His jaw, it's too wide, like very, very wide. When something is too much out of range, it degrees your attractiveness very significantly, like here, for example. So, next, what we have next, I see his mouth. Fortunately, they are wide enough to be considered attractive, but they are, again, very thin, I would say. All right, all Caucasian men have thin lips. That's okay. The shape, the placement. His chin is 3 times as long as his philtrum. It's a skin under the nose. I wouldn't say it's a big minus. It's a masculine chin, but we don't need that much, so it's going to be a very tiny, small flaw. Okay, the last are his nose and hairline, and probably cheekbones. I don't see his hairline, so we just set it as neutral. Then goes his nose. I guess it's acceptable. We will put to the left side, and his cheekbones are non-existing, so it goes to the right side. Okay, last thing is his skin. Pretty much bad skin. I see wrinkles, I see under eye bags, I see pimples, I see also some black dots around his nose. And also his chin shape, I just noticed it's a bad shape. Overall, his face is somewhat approachable. He's white. It's a benefit. He's probably also quite tall. Green eyes. His age is also benefiting him. A slight smile is also a bonus. But let's move on to the final rating. Okay. As far as we know, he's in his 30s, but I think he still kind of fits in a younger range. So I'll set his original score as that for people age 18 to 29, but he himself in the range of 30 to 39 in the future. All right. If he would have been 40, I would give him 3.8 out of 10, but that's not the case. In the closest future, he will be a 4.8 though. Very attractive for white women in their 30s. But since he's still young, I note, relatively young, I'll give him in 5.7 out of 10, just because he's on the verge of this range. He's strongly above average, top 30 to 35% face. 1 in 4 or 5 faces. He's officially a 5.7 out of 10 with his exceptional jawline. Now, let's move on to the last participant. Okay, our last guest, let's make it quick. Bam bam ba bam. It's so over, you can see it in his glance. First of all, fat, -1 point right away. I think you won't even be able to be over a 6 out of 10 if you're obese. It's a very big flaw. Okay, next up, the earrings. It's not a niche maxing, it's something that makes you even more unattractive. Facial thirds are okay, eyebrows are quite dense. His eyes. His eyes is a big trouble. High upper eyelid exposure, under eye bags. You see the lack of support from zygomatic bones. Negative canthal tilt, but white sclera and blue eyes though. It's not saving his eyes areas at all. Next up, his jawline. Again, I cannot see it because of the fat double chin. Also a minus. Nose shape is very bad. His lips are very, very thin. He has a slight underbite. His mustaches are not cool at all. I mean, they does not help him. Thought he covers his philtrum with it, his mid-face. I just noticed very, very shorts. Alright guys, that's enough thought. I could note his hair is okay. Skin is very bad though. Let's just get his rating straight up. So he's definitely not in his 40s, but he looked like he is. So if he would be 20 to 30, I would give him a 4 out of 10. Then if he would be 30 to 40, I would give him a 3 out of 10. And in his 40s, he would be a 2.5 out of 10. So considering he's looking 30 to 40 years old, I'd say he's a 2.75 out of 10. A bottom 0.1 out perfect looking faces. 1 in a 30, though you can meet a lot of them on the streets. But in terms of appeal, it's just like that. That's it for today's video. Remind you again, free face rating. Just send me photos on my email. So, bye.